Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Saturday. How's everybody's Saturday going? How's everybody's weekend going so far? Hopefully you're all having a good weekend to start. Hopefully you all had a good week. What is going on, everyone? Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. Keep sharing this channel with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. We got the second game between the New York Yankees and the Kansas City Royals. Hopefully everybody is enjoying themselves on this Saturday. Hopefully you all have some fun plans. But what is up, everybody? I appreciate you all being here. Thank you all very much. Thank you all for the support. Once again, hit that like. Let's get to 50 likes as quickly as we possibly can. Let's hit that subscribe button if you're new. All right, let's keep spreading the word. Let's continue growing this channel. Let's get to that 3,000 number because as promised, once we hit 3,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away 3 gift cards to Fanatics. So there's going to be 3 lucky winners. So let's hit that number. But what is going on, everybody? Let me say what's up to the chat real quick. Let me say what's up to the chat. We got Pito in the building, first person in the building. What up, Pito? Long time no see. What's going on? Jonathan's in the building. Texas Buckeye is in the building. Desiree's in the building. What's up, Desiree? Jared's in the building. What's up? Yankee Kyle, what is going on? Joseph Salvatore, how you doing? I think I might have said Jared already, but what's up, Jared? Robert, what's up? He says like number 13. Thank you. Andre Green is in the building. What's up, Andre? What's going on? What's up, Jonathan? What's up? What's up? What's up? But last night, the Yankees beat the Royals 4-2, on a 2-run home run, a game-winning home run, thanks to Ryan McMahon. He came in as a pinch hitter. So, none of us really expected McMahon to be the hero last night. What's up, Petruzzi? But he came through when it mattered. He came through in the clutch and helped the Yankees secure the victory. And David Bednar shut it down. Cam Schlittler had a great outing. Shout out to Cam Schlittler. He went 6 innings, struck out 6. Had another solid outing. Once again, didn't get the win, but that's okay. He did exactly what he needed to do. So shout out to Cam Schlittler. Seems to be, getting better with each start. He's going to have his struggles just like every starter does, but that's just on par for the course. But the Yankees today need a win. I would love for them to win. So make sure you all vote in the poll too. Let me know in the poll if you think the Yankees got this, because a win today does secure the victory. And their last series win was in the home opener weekend against the Marlins, which was 2 weeks ago. Because after that, it was they lost 2 out of 3 to the A's. They got swept by the Rays, and they had a 4-game set against the Angels in which they split the series. And I feel like that series against the Angels, they should have won 3 out of 4, but they split the series. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, the Yankees got to secure the win in this afternoon's game. And I'm glad the game is going on this afternoon. I don't know about you all, but I do like Saturday afternoon baseball better than I do, Saturday night baseball. Unless it's the postseason, then I understand. But when it comes to Saturdays, though, I like my Saturday afternoons for baseball games, and I like having the nights for myself. But that's just me. But anyway, For the Yankees, Will Warren's on the mound, right? Will Warren's on the mound. He's facing Noah Cameron. So Noah Cameron's a left-handed pitcher. I believe he's 26 years old. So far, 1-0 record, 3.94 ERA for Cameron. He's got 14 strikeouts. Will Warren, 1-0 record, 2.45 ERA. He's got 20 strikeouts for the season so far. And also with Will Warren, and this is something that the Yankee starters have really been struggling with. We need some length from the starters. I know there's been a lot of criticism when it comes to the Yankees bullpen. I know the Yankees bullpen has been struggling a little bit as of late, but keep in mind that the starters have not been giving good outings in terms of length. So when your starting pitching is going 3 or 4 innings, or even let's call it 5 innings, it's going to be a lot more wear and tear on the bullpen. You know what I mean? I'd rather not have that, but I know again with the starters, with the starters they have to give some length. I know it's been tough, and I know it's tough, especially not having Carlos Rodon and Garrett Cole in the rotation. But those guys will be back in the rotation soon enough, right? Carlos Rodon is going to have his, he'll have his first live game, so down there in the minors. And same thing with Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole pitched yesterday. He was a little rusty, but it's kind of to be expected. You're coming back from Tommy John surgery. You haven't pitched in a live game in a long time. You're expected to be a little rusty, but he did what he needed to do. He's definitely working on some things. So let's see what happens when he pitches in his next game. But Carlos Rodon is supposed to pitch in a live game. I'm not sure when, but it sounds like he's going to be back before Garrett Cole, according to Aaron Boone. So it's going to be nice to have those guys back, because it's going to be a major upgrade in the rotation. And ultimately, I do think that the two guys that are going to go back to the bullpen, really, I think it's going to be Ryan Weathers and Luis Hill. I think it's going to be those two guys going back to the bullpen. And, the Yankees are going to have to make some moves. So, guys like Paul Blackburn, I don't see on this team. Once these guys come back and once the moves happen to the bullpen, I think Blackburn might get cut. Who's the other guy? I don't know. It's going to be a tough decision, but that's up to the Yankees coaches and the GM to decide who gets cut and who goes where. So that's what those guys get paid to do. And Robert is saying, yeah, Saturday morning cartoons. I missed that stuff, man. And then Blue Through and Through is in the building. What's up, dude? What's going on, man? Good morning. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for being here. Officials in the building. What is going on? I know a couple of you just dropped your predictions for today's game. We'll get to the predictions here pretty soon. But yeah, Will Warren, he's in his last outing. Again, he didn't last very long. I don't think he lasted 4 innings. Can't really put the blame on him too much, because there was an error made in that inning. And I specifically remember it. It was from Caballero that led to a longer inning. So, it wasn't exactly ideal for Will Warren to stay longer in the game. And just the pitch count got much higher real quick, right? It didn't have to get there. But, if the defense behind you is not doing their job, it's going to definitely put more pressure. And it's going to lead to some bad things, and it always does. It never fails, unfortunately. So hopefully with Will Warren, hopefully he can have a pretty decent outing. Hopefully the defense behind him can have a pretty decent can do well behind him too, to give him the support. That's what we're going to need from Warren, and of course, and the defense. And of course, the bats are going to have to, bats still have to perform. They're still going to have to do a better job. And, Michael Kay mentioned this on the broadcast yesterday. And I don't know if anybody will agree with this or if it's an excuse, right? If people are going to think it's an excuse. But he was talking about the WBC. He was talking about the World Baseball Classic for some players, right? Judge was in it. Austin Wells was in it. Jazz was in it. A few of the Yankees guys were in the WBC, but it did take them out of the regular routine of spring training. So, by them missing that time during spring training, which is, a lot of games, a couple of weeks, right? It's gonna take them out of their groove. It's gonna take them out of their routine. And, hopefully that is the case. And, you look at the American League as a whole, no team in the American League is really doing that great. No team in the American League is great right now. They're not really, right? The only team really that's killing it at the moment are the Dodgers. All right, and they're the only team that's killing it right now, and rightfully so. They should be, especially with the squad that they have. But I do think that the Yankees will eventually turn around. I think they're off to a slow start. Yeah, we're not liking the way this team is playing right now. But we've also seen this team start off really hot and go and then go on a big slump, later in the year, and they kind of lose their way. Hopefully, the opposite happens where they start off slow and then they start to pick it up later in the year. But time will tell when that goes down. And I see Keith is in the building. What up, Keith? Nice to see you, dude. I'm doing good, dude. How are you? Jake is in the building. What is going on? And there's a few guys I think they're starting to come around. I think Judge is obviously coming around, right? Bellinger is starting to get into the swing of things. Ben Rice has been on fire since the season started. Ben Rice has been just killing it. Giancarlo, yeah, he's been striking out a lot, but he's still contributing. Caballero is slowly, he's having his moments, right? He's having his moments. He's trying to be a factor. You hope that Ryan McMahon can turn it around, hopefully, right? Hopefully that 2-run home run that he hit yesterday, lights a fire under him and he starts coming around with the bat. But, guys like Jazz, Jazz still, he's trying, right? He's trying. We're still not seeing what we need to see from him. Grisham, he's got his moments. Wells needs to step up. Wells definitely needs to step up. So, hopefully, some of these guys, there's a few guys that still need to, that need to, turn it around, that need to improve. So we'll see how things go down, as the season moves forward. What up, Paranormal? Good to see you, dude. Michael Joyner's in the building. Robert Boom is in the building. What is up? Jose Sanchez is in the building. What is going on? What is up? Yeah, Robert, honestly, for Jazz, the 50-50 stuff, look, just shut up, go out there, play the game, go and then finish the game, go home, come back, do it again. Like, yeah, just, the 50-50 stuff, I don't really care. He could go 30-30, 40-40, 50-50, 20-20, 25, whatever. It don't matter to me, man. Just go out there and do your job, right? Just go out there and do what you need to do. That's how I look at this whole thing. But again, we'll see how things go down this season. Sorry, I just got distracted for a minute. And yeah, 50-50. I mean, I don't see Judge stealing 50 bases, but if he did, holy freaking cow, like that would be very impressive. But 50 home runs is not out of this world for Judge. He can absolutely do it. I appreciate you, Kyle. Thanks for sharing me on the community tab there, bud. Always appreciate the support. And thank you all for the support as always. So let's talk about the lineup real quick. Let us talk about the lineup. So the lineup is a little different, right? The Yankees are going to be facing a lefty today, and they're also going to face a lefty tomorrow. So this is your starting lineup for the New York Yankees. Let me know what you think about the lineup. So Ahmed Rosario is leading off. He'll be playing third base, so no Ryan McMahon. Batting second, Aaron Judge, the captain, playing right field. He'll be batting second. All right, Cody Bellinger batting third. He'll be in center field. Giancarlo Stanton's batting fourth. He'll be DHing in today's game. Ben Rice, the hot-hitting Ben Rice, is batting fifth. He'll be playing first base. Randall Grichuk is back in the lineup. He'll be batting sixth, playing left field. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is batting seventh. He'll be playing second base. Jose Caballero is batting eighth. He'll be playing shortstop. And JC Escada is in the lineup. He'll be batting ninth. He'll be at the dish. Will Warren is on the mound. So no Trent Grisham, no Ryan McMahon. Folks in the chat, let me know what you think about this lineup. Do you hate the lineup? Do you love the lineup? Talk to me, folks. Talk to me about the lineup. What are we feeling about this lineup? Buckeye says the lineup is fine. Finally, Ben Rice against the left-handed pitcher. I agree. You gotta keep Ben Rice in there, man. You got to see what he could do against left-handed pitching. Joseph says he doesn't mind Rosario leading off. I don't mind. I don't mind it either. I have no problems with this. The only guy. I mean, am I crazy to say that I'd rather see Trent Grisham in there rather than Randall Grichuk? I mean, personally. I know Grichuk got his first hit of the season finally. But maybe me saying some stuff about Grichuk, maybe he'll impress me today. Maybe he'll do the opposite of what we're thinking of. But Desiree says McMahon finally got a hit and then gets benched. Yeah, well, he wasn't even in the game yesterday. He didn't even start. Pinch hit Ryan McMahon. Yeah, you might see him in a pinch hit situation. So, I wouldn't rule that out. You might see Paul Goldschmidt. You might see Austin Wells or any of those guys. So the Yankees got options. It's just really going to depend on how the game is going to play out. So that's just it. But that is your lineup right there, folks. Let me know what you think about the lineup. I don't mind the lineup, like I said. I'd rather have Ben Rice batting cleanup and then put Giancarlo in the fifth hole. But I understand not wanting to put back-to-back lefties or whatever. But that's just what I would have done personally. But hey, the lineup is the lineup. Just go out there and win. Get the series win because the Yankees need it. Last series win was 2 weeks ago against the Marlins. So the Yankees have been struggling since then. So we'll see how this series plays out against the Royals. I mean, the Royals are a good team. They got some guys. There's some talent on that team. I'm not sleeping on those guys whatsoever. But that is your lineup. So whether you hate it, whether you like it, that is the lineup. So let's get into the predictions, folks. Let's talk some predictions. I know a few of you have dropped your predictions. So let's see your predictions for Will Warren. How does Will Warren perform against the Kansas City Royals? We got a prediction here from Texas Buckeye. He's saying 5 2/3, 7 strikeouts, couple of walks, couple of runs. He's saying 4 bad calls. All right. So Judge G. Rice go yard. Okay. All right. And the Yankees win 8-3. So Buckeye for Will Warren's going 5 2/3, 7 strikeouts, couple of walks, couple of runs. Okay. And then official says Garrett Cole goes 4 1/3. Oh, you're saying Garrett Cole. Sorry. 4 1/3, 3 hits. Yeah, I mean, a little rusty, but I mean, it was to be expected. But what do we got for Will Warren? Robert drops his prediction here. 5 1/3, 6 strikeouts, couple of walks, allows 2 runs. Okay. Yeah, I read yours there, Buckeye. Yeah, the Yankees do need to cut down on the strikeouts. There's no doubt about that. Pretty hard though. I mean, there's just a lot of guys that try to hit for the fences, as guys like Judge, guys like Giancarlo, Ben Rice, right? These guys are hard hitters. So, opposing pitchers are always going to challenge these guys, up and in, low and away, attack the corners, right? Get them to chase. So, they're always they're always coming up with a game plan. Yeah, I mean, they better help Warren this time with the defense. Joseph Salvatore says Warren goes 6 innings, couple of walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 runs. High chance of rain tomorrow, but there might be a window at 3 p.m. So in other words, the game's going to get delayed. There's probably going to be a delay in the game. If that's the case, I mean, depending on what time the game starts, maybe I'll be able to call the game. Sundays, it's going to be hard for me, especially with the day games. Robert saying Judge is going to go long. So Will Warren for me, I think today, I mean, the bats for the Royals are really good. So, you know, assuming the defense behind him does their job, I'm going to give Will Warren 4 2/3. I'll give him, I'll say 5 strikeouts. I think he'll have a couple of walks, and I think he gives up 2 earned runs. So that's what I'm going to say for Will Warren. So 4 2/3, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 earned runs. That is my prediction for Will Warren. Let me know if you have any Will Warren predictions. Anybody else has Will Warren predictions? Drop it in the comments section. Let me know what you all are thinking. Andre says whether it's a 1-run win or 11-run win, just win, baby. Yeah, exactly. Just go out there and win, man. Doesn't matter how you do it, how it's done, wild pitch, whatever it is, man. You draw a walk, a sac fly. A win is a win. At the end of the day, that win is still going to count in every game that the Yankees play. So just go out there and win. But let's talk home runs, people. Let's talk home runs. Who is hitting a home run tonight? Who is hitting a home run in this lineup? So you already know, folks. You already know. Before I give my predictions, though, just to go to Buckeye's comment here, he said Judge Big G and Rice go yard. I think, I'm always gonna say Aaron Judge, and Robert said Judge goes yard. I think, right? Robert says Judge goes yard. Yankee Kyle's going Judge and Rice. Judge hit one last year against Cameron. For sure. I'm definitely going Judge for the home run. So I'm gonna go Aaron Judge. So Joseph's going Rosario, Judge, and Stanton. I got Rosario, no doubt. I'm gonna go Judge, Rosario. I'm gonna go Judge, Rosario, and I'm gonna go Bellinger. So I'm gonna go the top three. And then my sleeper, I'm debating whether I want my sleeper. Should it be JC Escada or should it be Randall Grichuk? I'm not sure. I'm thinking between those two guys. Jose Sanchez is going Rosario, Judge, Rice. Andre says Judge and Rice go downtown, no doubt. I got Judge, Rosario, Bellinger, like I said. My sleeper, you know what? My sleeper, I'm going to go Grichuk. I won't go Escara. I'll go Grichuk for my sleeper for a home run. Maybe this is the game that Grichuk does hit a home run. Maybe this will get him fired up. So I think he's gonna hit a home run. So yep, my home run prediction is complete. I'm going Judge. I'm going Rosario. I'm going Bellinger. Sleeper is going to be Randall Grichuk. So that's what I'm going to say. Buckeye says, NFE, I'm greedy, so my sleeper is that Judge goes yard twice. That's fine. That's okay. We got Katie in the building. Let's go. What's up, Katie? Got two of the ladies in the chat. We got Katie. We got Desiree. Now we're just missing Susan. We're missing Cecilia. I don't know where they are right now, but hopefully we see them in the chat later on. Yeah, Jazz is definitely due for one. Maybe he does hit one. Maybe he's one of the surprise people that hits one. But Jazz, at least when he gets on base, he's stealing a bunch. Yankees are starting to get, they've been doing that a lot this season so far with Jazz, with Bellinger, Caballero. I mean, these guys are pretty aggressive on the base paths. I'm loving what I'm seeing from them. So, but if anybody else has Will Warren predictions, home run predictions, drop it in the comments section. I would appreciate it. But let's talk about today's score. What is the score going to be in today's game? So today's game, or last night's game, was 4-2. What are we thinking today, folks? What are we thinking for Saturday afternoon? What is your gut telling you? What are you all feeling? What is your gut telling you right now? What do you think the Yankees are going to do? Katie's going home runs from Stanton, Judge, and Belly. Final score will be 7-4. Okay. So she's thinking 7-4. Joseph Salvatore is going 7-4. Let's see those score predictions. I think Buckeye Gurich home runs. Who? What's up, Chua? I think Buckeye said 8-3. Yeah, Buckeye did say 8-3 for score. So 8-3 for score. A bit cooler today. Don't know if that impacts home run or not. Usually cooler weather does. Usually it does. Jose Sanchez says 7-2. Okay. No doubt. Yeah, my score prediction for today's game. What am I thinking for today's score? It's going to be, I'll say 6-4. Andre Green is going 10-4. I'm going to say 6-4. I think 6-4 is, I think it's a good prediction. I think it's a good one. Chua is going 9-4. But I'm going 6-4. I'll say 6-4. Sorry, just writing a couple of things down. But 6-4 will be my score prediction. If anybody else has any score predictions, let me know. And let me see what folks are saying in the poll. So 24 votes and 92% of you said that the Yankees will win the series today. So a lot of you are feeling very confident about the Yankees game, about the Yankees winning today. Katie's going 6 innings for Warren. Okay, so you got 6 innings for Warren. Okay. If he goes 6 innings, I would like that. I mean, the Yankees starters, I mean, any Yankee starter, whether it's Warren, whether it's Weathers, Fried, it don't matter. If these guys could give you 6 innings, I'll take that all day. 6 or longer, I will take that all day. I will take that all day. Yankees are second in stolen bases, 27 out of 31. Yeah, they've been very, very aggressive on the base paths. You know, they've been doing double steals, right? You know, especially if Jazz and Caballero are on there. You know, Judge has been stealing. Bellinger. I mean, all these guys are just are just being aggressive on the base paths, and you know, freaking Giancarlo Stanton's not stealing bases, but he's even getting a little, you know, being doing well on the base paths as well. I mean, considering, you know, his health and his legs, right? When it comes to Giancarlo Stanton, but a lot of these guys are really stepping up, you know, if they get on base. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from these guys. So all right. So we got score predictions. We covered scores. We covered the home runs. We covered Will Warren. So the ABS challenges. How many calls do you all think get overturned by ABS? How many calls do you all think it's going to get calls are going to get turned by ABS? Let me see if they show the umpires. I don't know if they show the umpires for today's game yet. I would like to see who the umpires are going to be. But what are we thinking for predictions for ABS? Joseph says 5. Kramer versus Williams. That's a tough one, Chua. I don't know, man. I mean, Williams is really good for the Guardians. I mean, Kramer, he's on and off when it comes to Kramer. I mean, I hate to say it. I think the Guardians win, but I also could be wrong on this. Their aggressiveness has to produce runs, or is for not? Yeah. Or it's for nothing, I think is what you meant to say. Yeah, I mean, they absolutely. I mean, they gotta improve with men on base. 100. Yeah, I have no disagreement with that. The situational hitting absolutely has to be better. So they have these opportunities. They get a lot of opportunities. They just can't execute. So, it's just something that, that needs to be, worked on constantly, and it needs to translate during the games when they're playing. So, you hope that improves over time, right? Because especially as it gets later in the season, that becomes really important. Especially in the postseason, it gets really important. So, all those things, stuff like that becomes a factor always. So, yeah, you hope the Yankees can improve. But Joseph Salvatore says that 5 calls get overturned. Tyler Jones is the home plate umpire for the Yankees Royals game. Okay, we'll keep an eye out on him. But challenges, I think the Yankees are going to get 4 of their calls overturned, is what I'm thinking. I think they're going to get 4 of their calls overturned, or if total, right? Four time ABS is going to overturn umpire calls. I think there's going to be 4 of those overturned in today's game. So, once again, let me know if you all feel the same way. But hopefully, hopefully the Yankees can have some successful challenges. The only thing I don't want with the Yankees is losing their challenges early on, and don't rush so quick to tap on the helmet, right? Don't be so quick. Don't rush it, because that's the thing. That's the thing with the challenges. You only get 2 of them, so those challenges do become really important, especially later in the game. So you never know. You hate for a pitch to be called. You hate for a pitch to be called a strike when it was clearly a ball and you can't challenge it. And Yankees should win today 7-3. So you got a 7-3 prediction there, Robert. Yeah, 200 runners in scoring position. I mean, that's definitely that's not acceptable. That's definitely unacceptable. So yeah, they got to do better. I mean, they have to do better with runners in scoring position. So that number certainly needs to come up. So 200 is not with the lineup that they have. 200 is not okay. All right, 200 is not okay. So let's talk food, people. Let's talk food. Yeah, through 20 games, it was 269. Yeah, I mean, it's a 69-point drop. So, that again, that number needs to greatly improve. But let's talk about let's talk food, people. Let's talk food, folks. What are we eating? Or did you have like a late breakfast? Was there late breakfast, early lunch, or did you have brunch? Yeah, you got to back up the pictures. Yeah, I saw your food. This is this sounds really good. Chuck roast baked with root veggies, onions, carrots, garlic, potatoes, and some celery, all cooked in beef bone broth. Okay, and some cherry tomatoes added in the last 30 minutes. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I actually had for breakfast. I had breakfast just a few hours ago, but I had some beef sausage with some cheeses, tomatoes, a little bit of bread. Last night I ate pretty good, man. I couldn't go live yesterday. Just because it was my brother's birthday. So, me and the family, we all went out. We went to Texas State Brazil. If you know what that is. If you don't know, it's a Brazilian steakhouse where, the waiters come around with different types of steaks, and they come around, ask you if you want some. I ate plenty last night, and went to the buffet, went to the salad bar, just to start off with something a little light. Ate a bunch of meat, and then had some key lime pie. That's right. I had some key lime pie. I was so stuffed. I was so freaking stuffed. It did snow in Denver yesterday, but it didn't like accumulate to a lot of snow. It mainly snowed, on the grassy areas. The roads were wet, but we needed it badly, man. But the Rockies and Dodgers were still able to play the game, believe it or not. So now it's sunny here today. It's going to be sunny for the next week. So the snow that we have here, it's gonna melt before you know it. Doesn't take that long for the snow to disappear. And Robert says 31 likes. Let's go. We're 19 away from 50. Thank you all very much. Appreciate the support. All right. And if you're new and you're watching, hit that subscribe button. Was busy just eating a everything bagel with veggie cream cheese. Nice. I'll probably have to order some bagels here at some point. I do love me my bagels. Yes, I do. So, yeah, we'll have to get some bagels here at some point. But yeah, it is an all-you-can-eat steak restaurant, and like I said, man, their steaks are on point. I don't know how much filet mignon I had. I don't know how much flank steak I had. Spicy. I don't know. They just kept coming around. They were just like, want to try some? I'm like, yes, put it on my plate. Yes, please. I would love it. So I think I've been there a few times in the past. I think I want to say it was my family's first time. The rest of the family, I think it was their first time going there to try it. And I'll take it. So I'll take it. I mean, they seem to have really enjoyed it. It was my brother's birthday yesterday. So, like I said, that's why I couldn't call the game last night, but I at least got to watch some of the game. So, that I was really happy about that. But, so happy birthday to my brother. So shout out to my brother. So I was he seemed pretty happy. Rest of the family was happy, so we all had a good night. We all enjoyed our night. So, you got your haircut? Nice, Chua. It is a Yes Network restaurant. Yes to everything. Yeah. Oh, yeah, big time, Buckeye. Whatever they brought over, man. I was just saying yes. And as long as you had that little card that was on green, they were always going to come over. So, but I knew I had to tap out because like I said, I had plenty. I'm like, all right, timeout. I'm done. All right, let's flip it to red. I ate plenty. I'm ready for some dessert now, and I had that key lime pie. Desiree says I've never been to a Brazilian steakhouse. Oh my god, yo, you got to go, girl. You have to go to a Brazilian steakhouse. You got to go to a Brazilian steakhouse. 7-3. Okay. Jonathan says I expect Rodon back around the first weekend in May and Cole around Memorial Day. Shoot. I mean, with Rodon, man, early May, first week of May. Garrett Cole probably is not that far behind him. I mean, Garrett Cole made it. He had his first start yesterday. So, yeah, I mean, I could see Cole starting like 2 or 3 weeks after him coming back. So that really wouldn't surprise me. Don't eat for a week, Buckeye says. Yeah, I mean, I would say don't eat the whole day. Like have a little breakfast in the morning, but don't eat anything else. Just get your stomach ready for the steakhouse because they serve a lot of steak. And you will eat a lot of steak. And they have, I think they were serving medium well and medium rare. Of course, your guy here always gets the medium rare. So shout out to all my medium rare fans that are out there because any other way is just wrong. Sorry, that's just my opinion. But to those that don't eat a medium rare, it's okay. I'm not judging, but to me, it's just the best way to eat a steak. Jonathan says that's his timeline. All right, no, I get it, man. It's possible. As long as these guys get the work in and they put in the work, they stay healthy, and they do what they need to do to get themselves ready. I don't care if they come back in May. They could come back in June. I just want these guys coming back healthy. That's all that matters at the end of the day. So that's all I care about. How many subs to 3,000? We're over 200. We're probably, I think it's like 270 or a little less than 270. So we're not, strike the channel's not that far off. Like I said, once I hit 3,000 subs, I'm going to do 3 gift card giveaways to Fanatics. And we're at 35 likes. Nice. Let's try to get to that 50, people. Let's try to get to 50 likes. What's up, Ronald? Yeah, Desiree, you'll eat plenty there. Trust me. Orioles versus the Yankees game next month, Friday through Monday. Let that time come, and we'll see, man. Let that time come, and we'll see. But let's talk. But let's talk about the Yankees, though. I mean, I feel like the Yankees are just like 1 or 2 steps behind when it comes to their at bats. I mean, I feel like it's like they're right on the edge, right? When it comes to the bats, they're right on the edge. They time the home runs perfectly. That's not a problem. That's never really been too much of a problem for the Yankees. But there's games where yes, they are able to score with runners in scoring position without having to rely on the home run. And the Yankees haven't really hit a lot of home runs this season. Not really. I mean, Judge has 8, but like you look at guys like Giancarlo Stanton has what, 1 or 2 home runs. I mean, he doesn't really have a lot of home runs. Jazz doesn't have any that I'm aware of. I think Caballero has maybe 1 or 2. Rice he's got a few. So I feel like the Yankees are not hitting as many home runs. I feel like they are trying to get hits with that instead of home runs without having to rely too much on the home run ball. But I just feel like they're only like they're on the edge. Like they're missing 1 or 2 things, and and at the plate. But I feel like they could totally break out of it. They just need to show it. And I'm going to pull up last night's game real quick just to, just for like, food for thought type thing. So, just to see, what the Yankees did with runners in scoring position. So let me pull that up real quick. Let me see what they did last night. Yeah, Rice has 6. Rice has 6. Yeah, I thought he had 6 home runs. That's what I thought, Buckeye. But I want to pull up the scoreboard from yesterday real quick. So Friday 17th. So let's go to the box score. I mean, the Yankees, yeah, runners in scoring position, they were 0 for 5. And they left 6 men on base. They didn't really have a lot of hits yesterday either. Not really. I mean, shoot, they had 5 hits and a couple of errors too. One on Hedrick, on Hedrick on the pickoff, and then Grisham on the fielding where he dropped the ball that he should have caught, but that's okay. But yeah, the Yankees need to do better, with runners in scoring position. They were 0 for 5, left leaving 6 men on base. But it's like they create the opportunities. They're just 1 step behind from executing. You go to the game before the final game of the series against the Angels just to, give an idea. So leaving 5 men on base, and they went 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. I mean, they had 8 hits in that game. So it's been an issue, no doubt. They're just 1 step. Yeah, they're just like 1 step behind. I mean, they were 2 for 7 in that third game against the Angels. They left 5 men on base. I mean, a little production, but it needs to be better. It needs to be better. Bottom line, they gotta do better. Stop leaving men on base. You create the opportunities, but you're just missing that one step. It seems like you're just one step behind. Sean says, let's go take the series today for sure. He says Judge, Stanton, Rosario home runs. He thinks Warren's going to go 6 innings, gives up 5 hits, gives up 1 run, 10 strikeouts, couple of walks. My thoughts on Camilo Doval, inconsistent. He's got the stuff, right? He has the stuff. He is definitely more than capable. It's just not translating on the mound. So he has been inconsistent. He's a guy that needs to, he needs to step up because he's going to be, relied on, right? He's going to be relied on big time. So, Camilo Doval, I think could be a lot better than what he is. I think he's a good pitcher. I think he's got good stuff. It's just he needs to, it needs to show on the mound. There needs to be more of that consistency. And the biggest thing with him, I think, is just his command. When he's on his game, he's on his game. He's you can't hit off of him. But there's a lot of times when it comes to Doval where he gets a little wild. He loses command of his pitches, and you cannot have that. You cannot do that, especially in a tight game. So he could get a little wild sometimes. He does lose control, and that's something that he needs to work on. I do like Camilo Doval. But again, he does lose command, and I'm surprised he doesn't have like a lot of wild pitches, as in like the ball gets past the catcher, right, and the ball goes to the backstop. So he needs to do a better job. I like Doval. Like I said, I think he's more than capable, but it needs to translate. On the mound, he needs to show it. So hopefully he could, the Yankees pitching staff, the coaching staff can fix him. But and he becomes more consistent. He improves over time. But I like what I see from him. He, like I said, he's got the stuff, but it's just it's inconsistent. Like Aroldis Chapman, yeah. I mean, you could compare him to Aroldis Chapman in that way. But the thing with Aroldis Chapman, though, the thing with Chapman was, for me, and it's funny. I was thinking about this the other day, just talking with a couple of other people. The thing with Aroldis Chapman was that the guy, he had a bad attitude. I don't think he liked being on the Yankees. I don't think he wanted to be no part of the team. I mean, his attitude pretty much showed it. I mean, he got a tattoo, I remember, in the middle of the season and then he couldn't play in a couple of games. He was supposed to show up to mandatory workouts, and he never showed up. He decided not to, and he basically got cut. He didn't make the playoff roster. So the guy was a problem. I just don't think he liked being in New York, really. I mean, it's not that he couldn't play in New York. I just don't think he liked being in New York. But whatever. He's in the past. Shia, shout out to the Ace Avenue. What up, Ace? I know Ace is going to call the game here in a little bit. So what up, Ace? How's it going? And we have 37 likes in the chat in the building. So thank you all for the likes. Let's try to get to that 50 as quickly as we possibly can. Appreciate all the likes. And I'll probably take a little intermission here in just a moment. And that way I'll get ready for the game. So I got the game cast ready to rock and roll when we get back. So hopefully the Yankees, like I said earlier, hopefully they can win today's game, because they got to win the series. They have to win the series. And I'd rather them win today than play the rubber game tomorrow. And hopefully they don't have to play that rubber game. So and then if they win the game today, obviously go for the sweep. I would love for them to sweep. Their last sweep was against the Giants, in the regular season, the opener. So hopefully they can sweep the Royals. I think they can. They're certainly capable. But I'll take a series win at this point, considering how the Yankees have looked so far. But you know, I had a feeling it was going to be a bit of a struggle to start the season, right? Especially with Cole and Rodon not being in the rotation, that doesn't really help much. And I know the bats have been a little bit, they've definitely been inconsistent. So that the bats need to step up. So there's a few factors right now. But I think once guys like Cole and Rodon come back, the rotation is going to be much better. I think the rotation, once those guys come back, it should be Cole, Fried, Rodon, Schlittler, Warren. That's a solid five. On paper, it's definitely a solid five. And if Cole and Rodon can pitch the way they normally pitch in a lot of these games, the Yankees rotation is going to be pretty killer. Right. I think they're gonna be a monster rotation. And then, hopefully with some changes to the bullpen will improve too. And, you get a guy like Ryan Weathers and you get, Luis Hill back there. I think those guys they'll do better in the bullpen, but that's my thought process on it. But you all let me know what you think, whether you agree or disagree, or if you have any other ideas, drop it in the chat. But folks, I am going to step away for just a few minutes, so just so I can get rejuvenated, and that way I can get ready to call this afternoon's game between the New York Yankees and Kansas City Royals. Let's hope for a Yankees win. What's up, Healing Men's Hearts? He's expecting a letdown today. I understand. It's okay. If you're expecting a letdown, you're expecting a letdown. That's what the poll is for. So you have every right to feel the way you want to feel. You go out there and vote, my friend. Go out there and vote. Everybody vote. Everybody vote. But as I'm looking at the poll right now, 32 votes and 88% of you said that they got this. They got today's game, that they're going to win the series today. But anyway, hopefully they win today. Like I said, I'm going to step away for just a few minutes. I'll be right back. We'll get started with the play-by-play. Let's hope the Yankees can win today, win the series, and go for the sweep tomorrow. I'll leave you all with some tunes. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, folks. The game's going to start here in the next 5 minutes. So hopefully you're all ready to go. Jay Wyatt's in the building. What's up, Hitman? What's going on? FGC Hitman's in the building. Thanks for being here. Thank you to everybody being here on this Saturday afternoon. Let's get ready for the game here. Like I said, they're going to start in the next 5 minutes. And let's see. I got the game cast up. I'll pull that up here once the game starts or once we get closer to game time. But we just want the Yankees to win, man. That's what we want. We just want the Yankees to win. This is all we want the Yankees to do is we want them to win. All day, every day. All day, every day. That's all we want for the New York Yankees is win, 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 win. All day, all we want them to do is win. That's what we want for the New York Yankees at the end of the day. If only they could win every single game, going 162-0. That would be pretty cool, man. How awesome, how crazy would that be if a baseball team went 162-0? I mean, we know that would be impossible, but how awesome would that be? That, like, if you don't win a World Series, like after going 162-0, that's a problem. But still to go 162-0 would be freaking insane. But I don't think it'll ever happen. But as I say that, and maybe it will one day, and it's going to look silly when it does. But let's be realistic; it's not going to happen. But hopefully the Yankees can win. I'm glad Ben Rice is in the lineup. I want to, you can't take Ben Rice out of the lineup. I understand once in a while you got to give him a day off here and there. I get that, but you cannot give that man a day off. He's your hottest bat at the moment. You got to let him be in the lineup. Would hate and extend the season to 163 games. Yeah, right. What's funny, Hitman, is that the Yankees, or not the Yankees, but Major League Baseball, one time there was a conversation about shortening the games. Instead of having 162 games, to shorten it to, I don't know what the number was. I don't know if it was like 150 or 156 or something along. I don't remember the number, but there was a conversation about that. I don't know how some people felt about it. I mean, it does make for a long season, I understand, but I feel like it would cost the league a lot of money to do something like that. 162-0 and get knocked out in the first round. Boy, that would be an embarrassment. That would be an embarrassment for sure. It used to be 154 games. Yeah. I did hear about that. And they talked about shortening it again. I remember this was like maybe 9 or 10 years ago where they were talking about shortening the game. I don't think it'll ever happen. I mean, like I said, I think it'll cost the league too much money to do something like that. So I think they're just going to keep it at the 162 games. Personally, the league is definitely not trying to lose money. Obviously they're trying to gain money as much as they can. So and Major League Baseball is getting a lot of views. They're getting a lot of viewers. It's definitely grown a lot in popularity. And as I'm saying that, hopefully once the CBA expires after December 1st, that the league and the players union can come to an agreement. So there's no lockout or there's no, strike for 2027. Because I know, myself included, there's going to be not a lot of happy fans when it comes to, if a season gets missed or there's not a lot of games played as a result. But I will pull up the game cast here real quick. So this is, let me set that up a little bit better. There we go. But that's the game cast. I'll take that down for just a moment. And they got Meredith Marakovich talking right now. But the starting lineup for the Kansas City Royals is going to be Garcia leading things off. He'll be playing third base. Bobby Witt Jr. is playing shortstop, batting second. Vinny Pasquantino is batting third. He'll be playing first base. Caglione is playing right field. He'll be batting cleanup. Jensen is at the dish, so he'll be batting fifth. Massey is batting sixth. He'll be playing second base. Collins is DHing. Lane Thomas is in left field. He'll be batting eighth. And Kyle Isbell is playing center field. He'll be batting ninth. Noah Cameron's on the mound for the Kansas City Royals. And it looks like Will Warren and J.C. Escada just making their way to the Yankee dugout as the game will begin here shortly. Once again, appreciate you all being here. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. If you're new, keep sharing this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel. Let's see how many people we got in the building, or how many likes we got in the building. Let me check that real quick. Hopefully we're over 40 likes. That would be great. So at the moment we have 42 likes. So thank you all for the 42. So we're 8 away from 50. Let's try to get to 50 likes if we can. So appreciate you, Hitman. Thanks for hitting that like button. Let's try to get to 50 as quickly as we possibly can, and then we'll shoot for that 100. And if we hit 100 likes, I'm going to give 2 memberships. So if we hit 100 likes, I will give 2 memberships. So let's try to make that happen. But the game is in a commercial break. It's set 11 or 1:35 start time. All right, here we go. May 2nd is Max Fried Mandalorian bobblehead. And let's pull up the game cast here. The game is about to start. So let's get ready for the game. And here we go. The Yankees take the field. Will Warren's warming up on the mound. And we are almost ready to go. Once again, the Royals lineup is Michael Garcia, Bobby Witt Jr., Vinny Pasquantino, Jack Caglione, Carter Jensen, Michael Massey, Isaac Collins, Lane Thomas, Kyle Isbell. And Will Warren's on the mound. 4 starts, 1-0 record, 2.45 ERA, 18 1/3 innings pitched, 6 walks, 20 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .233 against him. The numbers are there. Just needs to have longer outings. Defense behind him needs to support him. The bats need to support him. Yeah, let's try to get to 10,000 subs. If we get to 10,000 subs, oh my goodness. For that one, I really want to do a big giveaway. But it looks like the game is about ready to go. It's about ready to begin. And Yankees defense from left field to right, it's Grichuk, Bellinger, Judge. In the infield from third base to first, it's Rosario, Caballero, Jazz, Rice. At the dish is J.C. Escada. DHing is Giancarlo Stanton. Will Warren is on the mound. And it looks like we are about ready to go. Let's get it started in here. And Michael Garcia is the first batter as Warren is ready to go. And he gives up a leadoff double to start the inning. So on the first pitch, just hits Garcia hits that ball to left field. So a nice little start there for the Royals, and that's going to bring Vinny Pasquantino to the plate. Bobby Witt Jr. So Royals trying to get on the board here early. First pitch. Ooh, swing and a miss. Fastball, 92 miles per hour for the 0-1 count. There's a strike. Got him with the sinker, 94 miles per hour. So 0-2 count here to Bobby Witt Jr. Let's see if Warren could get his first strike out of the game. As Warren sets here on the 0-2, looks back at second. The 0-2, foul back, still 0-2. Home plate umpire Tyler Jones. They say he is neutral when it comes to strike calling. First game this season for him, 6th career game behind home plate. So second year as an umpire. So still new to the umpiring world, and the 0-2 is now 1-2. One ball, two strikes, runner on second, top of the first. As Warren sets here on the 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. First strikeout of the game. Got him with the fastball. So nice strikeout there by Will Warren. First out of the inning. You know something, Hitman? I don't know, but if they get audited or not, they should. I think they need to be retrained every year. I don't know if that's happening. But here is Pasquantino at the plate now. And it's 1-2 to pass. It's 1-0 to Pasquantino. Sorry. Somebody's not doing their job with the scoreboard at the game. It's been happening a lot. And the throw to second, and Garcia is safe. Will Warren trying to pick off Garcia as Garcia safely gets back. It is 1-0 here to Vinny Pasquantino. The 1-0 is in their first strike. The 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Pasquantino. The 2-1. That is in there for a strike. Oh, that is being challenged by Pasquantino. Let's see if this call gets overturned by the ABS system. And it is, in fact, a ball. So that call's been overturned. So that's the first one today, barely off the plate. So 3-1 now to Pasquantino. Warren sets on the 3-1 to pitch. Is a foul ball. Count now is full. Let's see if Warren could go get a second strikeout, go back-to-back strikeouts here. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on second. Warren sets. Here's the payoff. Hey, struck him out looking, said, sit down. So 2 outs now here in the top of the first, and that's going to bring Jack Caglione to the plate now. So after giving up the double, back-to-back strikeouts here for Warren, and on that replay, it looks like it was right on the line. And here's the first pitch to Caglione, is outside for ball 1. "68 called strikeouts since last season, leads the American League. This is for Will Warren. And Warren throws back to second, and Garcia is safe. Let's see the replay here. Man, almost had him. Almost had him. Let's see if they challenge. There, it looks like they're not going to challenge it. As Warren sets here on the 1-0. Looks back at second. Here's the pitch. Ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. ABS will be a full-time thing after 2026. Humans are becoming irrelevant. AI agenda. Yeah, I hope that's not the case, Healing Men's Hearts, but I could see it going in that direction too. And that ball is going to be hit to center field. Bellinger's running back, still running back, makes the catch. So good job to Will Warren giving up the leadoff double, then striking out the next 2 and getting Caglione out. And that's going to take us to the bottom of the first. 0-0 game. Rosario Judge, Bellinger due up. So let's see what the Yankees bats can do here in the bottom of the first. Hopefully they can get on the board. But I appreciate you all being here. Thank you all for hanging out with me on this Saturday afternoon. Make sure you all hit the like button. Let's try to get to those to the 50 likes. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Keep sharing this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. So 0-0 game. So good for Warren to get out of that inning without having to give up a run. So that's what we want to see. That is what we wanted to see. And likes, we are at 45 likes. So thank you all. Let's keep hitting that like button. We're 5 likes away from 50. Healing Men's Heart says it is the future, unfortunately. Thank goodness Grish wasn't out there. He wouldn't have gotten to it. I still want the human element in the game, but yeah, with this whole AI crap, I could see it. I'm not a fan of it. I like ABS, right? I like ABS, but I still want the umpires to be present. I don't know, man. I don't want to completely make it humanless, right? I mean, what's next? Humans or robots are going to play baseball now? I mean, is that what's going to happen? But I'll pull up the game cast here in just a moment once the advertisements are gone. That's what I'm saying. I like having the human element. There's Noah Cameron warming up on the mound for the Royals. Oh, Cotraro is arguing with one of the umpires. I don't know. He might get himself thrown out. So it looks like that's why the game is being held up at the moment. So, man, he's already not happy. Well, I guess he's done arguing. Okay, let's get the game started. Funny, Joseph. No, I mean analytics is cool, but it can't be the whole. It can't be the whole, and it can't be the whole thing, right? Like you can't use analytics for everything. You got to have the human feel for it too. I agree. It's a tool, and it should be used as such. You can't be totally relying on it. You still got to go with the gut feel. You still have to put eyes on the game. So I think the Cutraro got thrown out as he heads back to the dugout. And here's Rosario hits a grounder to third on the first pitch, and he's out. And that's going to bring Aaron Judge to the plate. Kyle Isbell, 33 outs above average since 2023, fifth among MLB outfielders. I mean, he's definitely a great defensive player. Here's Aaron Judge. He takes ball 1. The 1-0. Ball 2. Yeah, I mean, folks are talking about the Mets, and they have a higher payroll than the Yankees do. Just saying. 3-0 now to the Yankee captain. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Let's see if the Yankees are able to get on the board as Cameron sets here on the 3-0. The pitch. A 4-pitch walk to Aaron Judge, and that's going to bring Cody Bellinger. Yep, so the manager for the Royals has been thrown out after arguing with the umpires, and now here is Cody Bellinger at the plate as Bellinger takes ball 1, 1-0. Cameron sets. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on first. Yankees have an opportunity to get on the board as Cameron sets here on the 1-1. The pitch to Bellinger is ball 2, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. As Cameron sets here on the 2-1 and Bellinger calls time. The 2-1. And Bellinger hits a grounder to second, and they get the force out at second, and Bellinger is going to be safe at first. So runner on first with 2 outs, and that's going to bring Giancarlo Stanton to the plate. So let's see what Stanton does here with Bellinger at first, 2 outs. And the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. They're always afraid of Judge. I mean, why wouldn't you be? Shoot, if I was pitching a Judge, I'd probably walk off the mound. Same thing with Big G. As he takes ball 2 inside 2-0 now to Giancarlo Stanton. Cameron sets here on the 2-0. And a pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Giancarlo. The 2-1. 3-1 now to Giancarlo Stanton. As Cameron sets here on the 3-1. The throw over to first to check on Bellinger as Bellinger safely gets back. The 3-1, and Giancarlo pops that up right side. Bellinger running, and looks like Pasquantino makes the catch, trying to locate the ball, and so no runs, no hits, no errors. And we're going to the top of the second here, folks. Yeah, I don't want to get hit by a line drive by Big G. Lindor and Soto are not a good mix. 2 big egos. You know what, man? Soto made his decision. That's all I'm going to say. He made his decision. He went for the money, dude. I was upset the night he signed with the Mets. I woke up the next day. I was like, all right, he's a Met. Time to move on. Lindor and Soto should spar. It's a good way to build chemistry. Do they know how to throw punches? That's the first question. Yeah, the Mets are a mess right now. Mets are a mess. So, but anyway, We'll be going to the top of the second when we get back from commercial break. Once again, thank you all for being here. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. Keep sharing this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel. Hopefully, you're all enjoying your Saturday afternoon. See how many likes we got. Yeah, Washington and Miami. I mean, Miami especially, man. Miami's a very pesky team. Miami could be one of those sneaky teams in the National League because it's a very young, dynamic team. I mean, this particular team, and I remember I was saying this about the Diamondbacks a few years ago in 2023. This Marlins team looks like the 2003 Marlins team. Young, speedy, pesky, just all around, man. And we are, let's see, 46 likes. We're 4 likes away from 50. Let's get back to the game. And FGC Hitman with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. You are the man, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate the support as always. And we got Jensen at the plate. It's 0-1, and pitches upstairs 1-1 now. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I do this. I love doing these streams. I love hanging out with all of you. I love meeting all the new people and the folks that have been here since day one. So you all make this happen, and that is strike two, but it is being challenged by Jensen. So let's see if this call gets overturned. And it is in fact a ball. So second call overturned today by ABS. The 2-1 is foul back 2-2. Count is now full to Jensen. Swing and a miss, and hey, struck him out. Third strikeout of the game for Will Warren. Another K to the board for Warren. And that's going to bring Carter Jensen to the plate. And the first pitch to Massey is Massey is a strike. Jansen was the one who struck out. Sorry, it's like updating on my MLB app here. So the 0-1 just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Doesn't look like it's being challenged. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on base. Top of the second. Game is tied at 0. As Warren sets here on the 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 95-mile-per-hour fastball. 1-2 now to Massey. Does Warren get his 4th strikeout? The 1-2. And, what a play by Caballero. Throws to first and gets him out. Takes a hit away from Massey. Nice job there by Jose Caballero. And that's going to bring Isaac Collins to the plate. We have 2 outs now here in the top of the second. Yeah, Caballero running to his right. And here is Isaac Collins now at the plate. First pitch is a foul ball, 0-1. The 0-1. Outside 1-1. One ball, one strike, two outs. Warren trying to make this a 1-2-3 inning. The 1-1. Did he go? Did not. It is 2 balls, 1 strike now to Collins. That was close from that angle. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Time to play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's one way to strike out of the game. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 4 strikeouts in 2 innings for Will Warren. And the bottom of the second's coming up. So Warren off to a good start so far. Ben Rice, Randall Grichuk, Jazz Chisholm Jr. will be due up. So let's see if the Yankees are able to get on the board. Yeah, shortstop, third base is a tough one too, man. Third base. I mean, let's face it, every position has its challenges, but yeah, a shortstop, yeah, you got to be real athletic to play. In baseball, I couldn't handle the infield, but yeah. Put you in right field? Yeah, no doubt, healing men's hearts. Yeah, right field, you gotta, but I feel like in the outfield, you gotta have some athleticism there, and you gotta have some speed because there's some balls that get hit real hard and far, and sometimes you got to make a run for those balls, right? Volpe at second base. Listen, there's been a couple of people out there that suggested putting Volpe at second base. I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to that. My question is, how does it improve his bat? His bat is where I'm truly concerned about. But I think he would do much better at second base, no doubt. Hey, if you want to be a DH, you could be a DH. That's fine. You could be the DH. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, and all those are hard to do, man. All those are hard to do, Hitman. All right, let's get back to the game. So 1-0 here to Ben Rice, who is leading things off. As Rice pops that one up, but it is out of play, 1-1. So 1-1 here to Rice as Cameron sets on the 1-1. The pitch is hit, and that is right to Pasquantino. He'll take it himself and step on the bag for out number 1. And Randall Grichuk now will be coming to the plate. Well, healing men's hearts. I mean, I'm not looking ahead to 2027, but I am also accepting the fact that he's probably going to get his job back from Caballero. Just saying, unless the Yankees say otherwise. And strike 1 to Grichuk. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Quick 0-2 count here to Grichuk. And Cameron sets on the 0-2 and strike 3. That was a quick at bat. Sit down, Grichuk, and that's going to bring Jazz Chisholm Jr. to the plate.
Talking all that jazz.
So here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. coming to the plate with 2 outs. Let's see if he can keep this inning alive. And he shows bunt. Misses with the bunt, and it is strike 1 to Jazz. The 0-1. Upstairs, 1-1. The 1-1 is a grounder. Hits it first. Pasquantino's got it. He's running to the bag, and he steps on the bag, gets Jazz out. A quick inning. 1-2-3 inning for the Yankees. And or for the Royals, should I say, that's going to the top. Now the game's going to the top of the third. Still a 0-0 game. I could see Caballero and Volpe in the infield together if Ryan McMahon goes cold. Yeah, I mean that's another option, right? I mean, Caballero, he is a utility guy. He can play third base, although I prefer him at short. For defensive purposes, I like Ryan McMahon, but if his bat doesn't turn around, what do the Yankees do? Cabby and Volpe will be for 2027. I mean, unless you see George Lombard Jr. come up, I mean, he's certainly making his case. I do want to see George Lombard Jr. He won't be up this year. I'm sure a lot of fans would love to see him come up this year. But I think he's making his push for 2027. At least, that's his projection. I know he's not ready right now, healing men's hearts. That's what I was saying. He's not ready now, but I think at some point he is going to get promoted to AAA if he keeps going in this direction that he's going in. I think he'll get promoted to AAA. Yeah, Jones should, in all honesty, I want to see him up here. I really do. But we are back, top of the third. Lane Thomas, Kyle Isbell, Michael Garcia is your batting order for the Royals. So 8-9-1 batters coming up. All right, here we go. Top of the third. Here's Lane Thomas. First pitch is called ball 1. He's got the glove, but his bat's been really showing up too, though. He's been on fire. The 1-0 is hit into center field. Grisham is running back, or Bellinger is running back, comes in, makes the catch for out number 1. Yeah, his strikeout rate is high, but the Yankees have a lot of guys right now that strike out a lot, but hit well too at the same time, and that's what Spencer Jones is. And Spencer Jones is also a guy that can play some solid defense as well. Here's Kyle Isbell as he takes ball 1. So Yankees and Royals still have their challenges. The Royals are 2 for 2 on their challenges. There's a grounder right back to Warren and throws over to first for out number 2. And that's going to bring Michael Garcia to the plate. The only player that got the hit for the Royals with the leadoff double. Let's see what he does in his second at-bat against Warren. Warren sets. First pitch is in there for a strike with a fastball, 94 miles per hour. The 0-1. Did he go? They called it a strike. Yes, they did. 0-2. Time to play that 2-strike rule. see if Warren can get his 5th strikeout of the game. The 0-2. Struck him out looking. Let's go. 1, 2, 3 inning for Will Warren. That is strikeout number 5 for Will Warren. And we are going to the bottom of the 3rd. Caballero, Escada, Rosario coming up. 8-9-1 batters coming up for the New York Yankees. We are in a commercial break. So the Yankees need to get on the board. Can the bats do something here in the bottom of the 3rd? So far, a good start for Will Warren. 3 innings in, 5 strikeouts. I predicted 5 strikeouts for today's game, so he's already there. He might go over the 5 strikeout prediction that I made. So if he does, great. Gold Glove Will Warren? Too early to say. I'll hold back on that. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, healing men's hearts, it's just, opposing teams start to figure it out, right? They start to figure it out. And Warren, at that point, his pitch count gets a little higher. You also got to take into account Warren is not an ace-level pitcher. The guy was never touted to be an ace. At the very best, he could be a number 3, but realistically speaking, he's a number 4, number 5. Once Cole and Rodon come back, he's probably going to be a number 5 guy in the rotation. It's just, I'm just saying, that I think that's just Will Warren for you, man. According to analytics, Boone will pull Warren out by the 5th inning. Depends on the pitch count, depends on the situation. All right, here is Jose Caballero at the plate. He'll lead things off in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch by Cameron. It is popped up. Foul territory. Jensen makes the catch as he's fighting the sun. So Caballero, 1 pitch, 1 out, just like that. And that's going to bring J.C. Escada to the plate, the number 9 batter. Warren in Duvall's role? Possibility. Just depends on what happens with Camilo Duvall. What happens with what the goal is going to be for Will Warren. I could also see Will Warren being one of the long men that comes out of the bullpen, where if one of the starters struggle, I could see him coming in and trying to get 3 or 4 innings. Warren could beat that guy, kind of like what Ryan Yarbrough is coming in. Him and Weathers can both be those guys in the bullpen. And J.C. Escada hits that ball right center field, and it is caught. Oh, they collide. The ball drops, and Escada now going to 3rd, and he is in there. Oh, man, that should have been an out, but there was a miscommunication, and both guys in the outfield bumped into each other, Caglione and Isbell. So, oh, man. Yankees get a little break on that one. That's going to bring Ahmed Rosario to the plate. So it was in Caglione's glove, but it came out of his glove. And him and Isbell just bumped into each other. So I don't know how they're going to score that for Escara. Are they going to score that as an error? But I'll take it either way. Here's Ahmed Rosario. He takes ball 1. So runner on 3rd. 1 out. Yankees have a great opportunity to score. Yeah, they're showing Caglione saying, I got it. He was yelling it. And then Isbell, I don't know if he didn't hear him or what, and Rosario hits that ball deep into right field. And it's a 2-run home run for Ahmed Rosario. Let's go. The Yankees are up 2-0 here in the 3rd. 112.1 exit velo, 390-foot home run for Ahmed Rosario. Let's freaking go. That's how you take advantage. And that's going to bring the Yankee captain, Aaron Judge, now to the plate. And here's Aaron Judge. And Judge, swing and a miss, 1-1. So the Yankees made the Royals pay for that one. And that is ball 2 now to the Yankee captain. The 2-1. 3-1 now to Aaron Judge. The 3-1 is ball 4, so a 1-out walk, and that's going to bring Cody Bellinger now to the plate. And I had Rosario as one of my predictions, so for home runs. So there's my Rosario pick. Now I just need Judge and Bellinger to hit a home run. And Bellinger hits that one into right field, second deck. That ball is gone on 2-run home run for Cody Bellinger. Let's go. It is a 4-0 game. What 2 left by Bellinger? You don't stop it when it's 385 run for Cody Bellinger. There's my second home run prediction. Let's freaking go. Oh, man, the Yankees are pouring it on here in the bottom of the third. It is a 4-0 game. And Giancarlo Stanton now is going to be coming to the plate. Yeah, Bellinger sent that one to the second deck. Here is Big G. He takes ball 1. So two home runs hit here by the Yankees. A 2-run home run by Rosario, a 2-run home run by Cody Bellinger. And Giancarlo Stanton now at the plate, ball 2. The 2-0. 2-1. The 2-1 is foul back, 2-2. The 2-2. There's a grounder up the middle. And Giancarlo Stanton grounds out, and that's going to bring Ben Rice to the plate. And here is Ben Rice. And first pitch inside 1-0. Whoa, way upstairs. Rice getting out of the way. 2-0 now to Ben Rice. So Yankees are up 4-0 here in the bottom of the third. A 2-run home run by Ahmed Rosario, 2-run home run by Cody Bellinger. The 2-0 to Ben Rice is now 3-0. The 3-0 is in there for a strike. Cameron sets here on the 3-1. The pitch. And Rice hits that ball into the second deck. It is a solo home run for Ben Rice. Let's go. 5-0 game. Are you kidding me? Home run for Ben Rice. The Yankees are pouring it on. It is a 5-0 game. And that's going to bring Randall Grichuk to the plate. The Yankees are pouring it on here in the bottom of the third. They are now up 5-0. So that hit that Escara had, they initially ruled it a triple, but it looks like the scorekeeper changed it to an error, which that's what I thought it was. It was an error. So it's an error on the Royals. And Grichuk hits that ball to left field. And that's going to drop. That's going to, let's see if he goes 2 here. He is going for 2. Does he get in? He is in there with a 2-out double. Randall Grichuk getting his second hit of the season. Let's go. The Yankees bats pouring it on here against Noah Cameron. And that's going to bring Jazz Chisholm Jr. to the plate now. All that jazz. So let's see what Jazz does. Let's see if Jazz can keep the inning going. He's 0 for 1 in today's game so far. First pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Jensen. It is 1-0. Grichuk at second. Yankees are up 5-0 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. The 1-0, a swing and a miss, got him with a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. Count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Grichuk takes his lead at second. The 1-1 is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Jazz. Seven home runs for Ben Rice so far. Tied for 4th in Major League Baseball. Cameron sets here on the 1-2, the pitch. Ball 2. Count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Yankees up 5-0. Let's see if they can continue adding here to the scoreboard. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Jazz strikes out. But the Yankees do put up 5. But the Yankees are up 5-0 on a 2-run home run by Ahmed Rosario, a 2-run home run by Cody Bellinger, and a solo home run by Ben Rice. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So home run central up in here. Home run central. Well, let's see what Will Warren does in the top of the 4th. He'll be facing Bobby Witt Jr., Vinny Pasquantino, Jack Caglione. When we get back to the game, we are in a commercial break. So hopefully you're all enjoying the game thus far. Thank you all for hanging out with me on this Saturday afternoon. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe if you are new. Keep sharing this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's try to get to 3,000 subscribers. That's the goal right now, is 3,000 subs. So hopefully we can get there sooner rather than later. But the Yankees are up 5-0. Yeah, Rice is growing up before our eyes, man. I mean, healing men's hearts, he's going to be playing in the majority of games. It's not, it's not like yes, Paul Goldschmidt's playing in some games, but Paul Goldschmidt has only played, he's only started, 5 or 6 games this year? He hasn't started many games. The game plan was always Rice was going to be getting the majority of the starts, but him hitting against the lefty here, that's a good sign. I want to see him go up against more lefty pitching, right? We know what Paul Goldschmidt could do, but Paul Goldschmidt knew his role, that he was mainly going to be a guy that came off the bench, and rightfully so. and hopefully it does stay that way, which I do see it stay that way. I mean, the goal for the Yankees was that they wanted Ben Rice to be a full-time first baseman. Yo, what's up, Jason from 161? Well, that was games ago, man. It was 2 games in a row, sure. It was 2 games in a row. I understand, but they had a lefty pitcher, and we know what Goldschmidt could do. So he's in the lineup today against Cameron. But we got Bobby Witt Jr. 1-1 count. So shout out to my guy Jason from 161. Make sure you guys go check his channel out. Does a wonderful job over there as Bobby Witt Jr. hits that ball to center field, and that's going to drop for a single, and that'll bring Vinny Pasquantino. So that is the second hit given up by Will Warren. Yeah, no doubt, Buckeye. And here is Pasquantino, who's 0 for 1. First pitch is popped up. High fly ball. Judge is running in. Jazz is right there backing up, and he makes the catch for out number 1. And Jack Caglione now will be coming to the plate. And we are at 51 likes. Thank you all for helping me break 50 likes. Let's try to get to 100 likes if we can. Well, McMahon got a hit yesterday. Grichuk got a hit today. I don't know. Maybe some crazy things are happening right now. Jason, I hope you're enjoying the game so far. First pitch is low for ball 1 to Caglione. And a 1-0 is 2-0. It is 2-0 now to Caglione. The 2-0. 3-0 now to Caglione. The 3-0. There's a strike. 3-1 now to Caglione. .3 strikeout percentage for Caglione. Just throwing that number out there, folks. Oh, they picked him off. He's out of there. Bobby Witt Jr. just got picked off. Let's go. That is the second out of the inning. Good job to Will Warren. Nice job there by Warren getting that pick off. Bobby Witt Jr. had a pretty good lead there. So now it's 2 outs with the pickoff. It's 3-1 here to Caglione. The 3-1 is a foul ball. Time to play that 2-strike horn. Let's see if Warren could get his 6th strike out of the game as he sets here on the 3-2. Here's the payoff. Struck him out looking. Said sit down. 6 strikeouts for Will Warren. And the bottom of the 4th is coming up. Will Warren is on a roll so far in today's game. So bottom of the 4th coming up. 8-9-1 batters will be due up. It'll be Caballero, Escada, and Rosario. So let's see if the Yankees could add some more runs to the board. I'm just looking outside. Don't mind me. Caglione is hype. He isn't a very good player. I was more pointing out the strikeout percentage of because it said 33% at a major league level, right? You know, we're talking about these strikeout rates. I mean, I remember when Judge once upon a time, his strikeout rate was ridiculous. It was ridiculously high. If Warren could get through 5 innings, that would give the bullpen some relief. Yeah, I mean, we need a long outing from Warren, no doubt. So he's pitched 4. I'll take that from him. 5 strikeouts, only giving up a couple of hits, no walks, no earned runs. He's at 47 pitches right now. So the pitch counts very good at the moment. So, you know, I can't really complain about his performance so far. So hopefully he can keep it rolling here. Yeah, get man on base for Judge. Oh, yeah. All right, looks like we are back at Yankee Stadium. Let's go, Wyatt. And Jose Caballero is going to lead things off. And Caballero hits that ball to left field. That's going to drop for a single. Leadoff man is on. And that is going to bring JC Escada to the plate. So JC Escada got on base on an error by the Royals outfield. And that's where it all started in the last inning. So reached on an error in the third, scored a run. And first pitch is in the dirt. Escada telling Caballero, don't go. Stay put. It's 1-0 here to Escada. The 1-0 swing and a miss, 1-1. As Cameron sets here on the 1-1. The pitch, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike here to Escada. As Cameron sets here on the 2-1. The pitch. Grounded foul, 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes here to Escada. Cameron sets. Throws over to first to check on Caballero. The 2-2. And Escada hits that ball to center field. That's going to drop. Let's see if Caballero could score. That ball goes to the wall. Caballero is rounding third, and he will score. And it is a RBI double for JC Escada. And it's a 6-0 game. Let's go. Yankees bats doing work here. Yeah, it is too high. It is too high, but I'm just saying people like to talk about other players' strikeout rates. And this guy has a high strikeout rate. He's playing at the major league level. I don't know. You tell me. But here's Rosario. He takes ball 1. It's 1-0. Rosario had that 2-run home run that got the Yankees on the board. The 1-0 is grounded foul. It's 1-1 now. Two and one now to Rosario. The 2-1. 3-1 now to Rosario. Cameron sets here on the 3-1. The pitch. Rosario fouls that one. It's a full count now to Ahmed Rosario. Full count to Rosario. The payoff, and Rosario pops that one up in the infield right side. Catch is made for out number 1, and that's going to bring Aaron Judge to the plate. And Judge takes ball 1 upstairs, 1-0. So Judge has walked twice today and scored a run, the 1-0. 2-0 now to Aaron Judge. Cameron sets here on the 2-0, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with the cutter. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Aaron Judge. The Yankees are up 6-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Escara is at second base. The 2-1. 3-1 now to Aaron Judge. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. It's a full count now. That's close time. They got Spence warming up in the bullpen for the Royals. Payoff, and Judge strikes out swinging. So I believe that is the 3rd strikeout for Cameron in today's game. And here is Cody Bellinger now at the plate. Cameron sets the pitch, and Bellinger hits that, and that's going to be a single. Escara is going to round 3rd, and that's an RBI single for Cody Bellinger. It is now a 7-0 game. Yankees are up. And Giancarlo Stanton now will be coming to the plate. So Yankees bats coming alive here in today's game. They are up 7-0 against the Royals here in the bottom of the 4th. So let's see what Big G does. He's 0 for 2, and he takes ball 1. So 7 runs allowed today by Cameron. That is a career high for him. The 1-0, and Giancarlo fouls that one back. It's 1-1. The 1-1. And Giancarlo hits that one to center field. And the catch is made, and that'll end the inning. But the Yankees do put up 2 more. It is now a 7-0 game, and we are going to the top of the 5th. Will Warren will be back on the mound, and he'll be facing Carter Jensen, Michael Massey, and Isaac Collins. So the Yankees are off to a hot start, having a great game so far, 7-0 game. Top of the 5th is going to be coming up. And I appreciate you all hanging out on this Saturday afternoon. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. Keep sharing this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel. Yeah, Ryan Weathers tomorrow. Hopefully he has a solid outing. Assuming the Yankees win today, I'll take the series win, and then hopefully they go for the sweep tomorrow. Hopefully they could go for the sweep and call it good, But the Yankees absolutely needs to win the series. That's just a fact. Last series that they won was against the Marlins 2 weeks ago. Since then, they have not been able to secure a series victory. Either they have lost, they got swept, or they split one. So game's going to be rained out tomorrow. Yeah, somebody in the chat was saying something about rain for tomorrow's game. So does it get rained out? Does it get delayed? Does it get played later on? We'll have to wait and see. So I got 50 votes in the poll, and 82% of you said that the Yankees got this. That the Yankees are going to win the series, are going to secure the series win. So far, it is definitely looking that way. And we'll wait for the game to resume. Let's see if Warren can have a solid 5th. So he's at 47 pitches. Cameron's at 74. Got to wonder if he's going to be back out there in the 5th. His day might be over, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. It also depends on if the Royals have a game the next day, and it's going to be a single for Carter Jensen, so 3rd hit given up by Will Warren. Yeah, my MLB TV, it seems to stop and not catch up, and I have to hit the live button to catch up. It's kind of annoying, but here's Michael Massey as he takes strike 1. So Massey is 0 for 1 in today's game. Runner on first for the Royals. The 0-1 is fouled back, 0-2 now. Let's see if Warren could get his 7th strikeout of the game. Yankees are up 7-0 here in the top of the 5th. As Warren sets here on the 0-2. The pitch. Outside, 1-2. The 1-2. Outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Man on first. Warren sets the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is 7 strikeouts now for Will Warren. So Warren's on a roll. And that's going to bring Isaac Collins to the plate. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1, foul back, 0-2. Let's see if Warren could go back-to-back strikeouts here and get his 8th strikeout of the game. The 0-2 is outside, 1-2. What's up, Rodney? that's a funny comment. That's a funny one. Warren sets on the 1-2. The pitch is outside, 2-2. Oh, and shout out to my guy Ronnie for gifting a Strike Zone membership. Thank you so much, Ronnie. You are amazing. And James Whoop. James Whoop is the recipient of the Strike Zone membership. So congratulations. You can thank Ronnie. Here's the 2-2. And he struck him out looking. Will Warren with his 8th strikeout of the game. Oh my goodness. Warren's on a roll tonight. That is strikeout number 8. But thank you again, Rodney, for the membership, the gifted membership. So 2 outs now here in the top of the 5th. And the first pitch to Lane Thomas is a foul ball, 0-1. As Warren sets here on the 0-1. Strike 2. Time to play that 2-strike horn. You're out of here? You're leaving us already? It is always weird. Let's see if Warren gets strikeout number 9 as he sets here on the 0-2. The pitch is outside, 1-2. Appreciate you popping in there, Rodney. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Yankees have a 7-0 lead here in the top of the 5th. The 1-2 is hit in foul territory. Ben Rice is making a run. So is JC Escara, but they run out of real estate. And that's going to be a souvenir for a fan. So still 1-2 here to Lane Thomas. As Warren sets on another 1-2 and called a ball, but Warren is challenging it. So if it's confirmed, it's 2-2. If not, it's a strikeout. If it gets overturned, and it is in fact a ball. So the Yankees do lose a challenge. So it's now 2-2, or 2-2. So the Yankees have 1 challenge remaining. Count now is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Warren sets the 2-2. Struck him out looking. That is the 9th strikeout for Will Warren. Will Warren's on a roll in today's game, and we're just like that. We're going to the bottom of the 5th here, people. And Rice, Grichuk, or Jazz will be due up, and we are in a commercial break. And I'm going to take a quick break myself, folks, and I will be right back. Don't go away. All right, folks, we are back to the game. Ben Rice is going to lead things off here for the New York Yankees. So Rice had a solo home run. Mitch Spence is in the game for the Royals. He'll be taking over pitching duties for the Kansas City Royals. First pitch to Rice is a swing and a miss, 0-1. So Noah Cameron's outing was 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, gave up 3 home runs. And the 0-1 to Ben Rice is ball 1. Count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Spence sets here on the 1-1. The pitch. Ball 2, 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Rice. As Spence sets the 2-1. And Rice, right to Bobby Witt Jr. And first out is recorded. That's going to bring Randall Grichuk to the plate. So here is Randall Grichuk now, who is 1 for 2. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. As Spence sets here on the 1-0 to pitch. And that is hit. Oh, what a play by Garcia. Throws over to first and gets Grichuk out. Wow, what a play by Garcia. I'm not going to lie. That was a nice play. Hard hit ball, hits a third, scoops it. Fell on his butt, gets up, makes the throw to first. Stayed with it the whole time, and that's going to bring Jazz Chisholm Jr. to the plate now.
Talking all that jazz.
And here's Jazz Chisholm Jr., who's 0 for 2. And he hits a little grounder, and that's going to be a foul ball. 0-1 to Jazz. Let's see if Jazz could get his first strikeout or first hit of the game. We don't want him to strike out. As Spence sets here on the 0-1 to pitch. 0-2. Spence sets the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. The 1-2 to Jazz. Swing and a miss, and Jazz strikes out. He's 0 for 3 now. And we're going to the top of the 6th. Yankees leading 7-0. So Warren should probably be back out there for the 6th inning. He's at 65 pitches. So the pitch count's still good. And if he keeps pitching the way he is, he could potentially come back out for the 7th. But we've got to see what he does in the 6th inning first. But here we are, folks. Here we are. Top of the 6th coming up. Game is moving along pretty good. We're almost at 2 hours and 25 minutes. So game is moving along pretty fast. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for hanging out with me on this Saturday afternoon. You guys and gals are the best. Make sure you all hit the like button. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you are new and you're watching for the first time. I would appreciate it. It does really help out the channel. And keep sharing this channel out. Let's continue growing this channel. And currently, as far as likes go, we're at 56 likes right now. So thank you all for the likes. Let's try to get to 100 likes if we are able to. If we are able to. But here we go. The game. So the game is about to resume here. So Will Warren back on the mound, facing Kyle Isbell as Isbell takes strike one. Let's see if Warren could get his 10th strikeout. Here's the 0-1. That is in there for strike 2. So Warren has 9 strikeouts. Let's see if he gets number 10 here. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. And he struck him out. Warren with his 10th strikeout of the game. Warren on a roll this afternoon, and that's going to bring Michael Garcia. We are back to the top of the lineup for the Kansas City Royals. Strike 1 to Garcia. Garcia 1 for 2. The 0-1. Foul back, 0-2. Does Warren get his 11th strikeout here? 0-2 to Garcia. The 0-2. Outside, 1-2. The 1-2 pitches in the dirt, 2-2. Warren looking for his 11th strikeout of the game. The 2-2 is popped up. Right side, Jazz is right there. Judge is right there. Judge makes the call, gets the catch, makes the catch, and that is 2 outs. So name that Yankee, folks. Batting average 250, 332 hits, 20 home runs in his career. Played for the Royals in 69, played for the Giants from 71 to 72, played for the Royals from 73 to 76, played for the Yankees from 76 to 78. Who is that New York Yankee, folks? Can anybody name that Yankee? And that's a grounder fielded by Rosario, fires to first. A 1-2-3 inning as Bobby Witt Jr. grounds out. So nicely done by Will Warren. And that's going to take us to the bottom of the 6th. So Warren making it look easy. Raider Nation? What's up, dude? What app are you talking about? Which app there, dude? Yeah, Warren's on fire there, Jay Wyatt. Yeah, Warren's this is like one of his best outings so far. He's pitching excellent. But the Yankees are up 7-0. Let's see if they could put up some more runs as the bottom of the sixth is coming up. It'll be Caballero, JC Escada, and Ahmed Rosario. So the 8-9-1 batters will be due up. But how's everybody doing on this Saturday? Is anybody watching any other games today? I know there's there's NBA playoffs. I know you got some UFC fights. So plenty of sports action today. Or are you all doing anything else after the game? Are you all going out and doing something, going out for the weekend? Talk to me, folks. What do we got? Are you a basketball fan? Let me ask that question. Is anybody in here a basketball fan? If so, who is your team? So I'll tell you right now, I'm a Knicks fan. I know they're going to be playing later. I believe what is it, 6:00 East Coast time. So I'll probably try and tune into that game, or I might just tune into the fights. I'm also, for anybody that knows me or doesn't know me, you know how much of a big fight fan I am, and if you don't know me, I'm a huge fight fan. Cardinals and Astros later on. Okay, cool. All right, and that we're back to the game. Jose Caballero leading things off. So here is Caballero at the plate. He is 1 for 2. Spence is on the mound. First pitch to Caballero is a ball, 1-0. Spence sets here on the 1-0. The pitch is a grounder. Bobby Witt Jr. Oh, he looked like he was about to make a play, but just ball comes out of his hands. And Caballero will be safe at first, and JC Escada now will be coming to the plate. Let's see, do they score that as a hit or an error? Question is, he did come up with it. Was he going to be able to get Caballero out? And here's Escada, who's 2 for 3 in today's game. Or sorry, Caballero is 2 for 3, but Escada is 1 for 2. It's 0-2 now to JC Escada. So they did rule it as a hit for Caballero. Spence sets here on the 0-2. The pitch is low for ball 1, 1-2. Should be an E6. I thought it was going to be an E6. Hey, what's up, Dave? Yeah, I never really thought the Yankees were going to. Once Jazz becomes a free agent, I think he signs with another team and hit back to Spence, picks up the ball, throws over to first, and gets Escada out. And Caballero moves over to second now with Ahmed Rosario coming to the plate. Home cooking score? Perhaps. I don't know. There's been some questionable calls from the whether something should have been considered an error, which was it's clear as day at times, or if it was a hit. There's a strike to Rosario, who is 1 for 3 in today's game. He had that 2-run home run earlier that got the Yankees on the board. The 0-1 is 0-2. Spence sets here on the 0-2. And a pitch. Foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes here to Rosario, 1 out. Caballero at second base. Yankees leading 7-0. And the 0-2. And Rosario, there's a base hit up the middle. Caballero is going to round third, and he will score. It's an RBI single for Ahmed Rosario, and the Yankees are now leading 8-0. And that's going to bring Aaron Judge now to the plate. So third RBI of the game for Rosario. Judge is 0 for 1 with a couple of walks, and he scored a run. Judge still looking for his first hit of the game. Let's see if he gets it. The first pitch to Judge is in there for a strike, 0-1. Spence sets here on the 0-1. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Aaron Judge. Yeah, well, that's on Jazz, man. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got him with the curveball. 1-2 now to the Yankee captain. Spence sets the 1-2. And Judge hits that ball to right field, but it's a foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes here to Judge. Yankees leading 8-0. Spence steps off. Sets here on the 1-2. The pitch. Ball 2, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, runner on first, 1 out. Let's see if the Yankees could get their 9th run of the game. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Judge strikes out. And that's going to bring Cody Bellinger now to the plate. Bellinger is 2 for 3 in today's game. And Bellinger hits that ball deep into right field. And it's another 2-run home run for Cody Bellinger. Let's go! The Yankees are leading 1-0 here. Third home run of the season for Bellinger. 51 today, exit wheel 104, 374-foot home run from Cody Bellinger. And the Yankees are now up 10-0. And that's going to bring Giancarlo Stanton to the plate. Yankees bats just pouring it on here in today's game. So everything you could have asked for from the Yankees today. So far, so good. So far, so great as Big G takes strike 1. Great at bats, great hitting, great pitching from Will Warren. So everything is working out the way we had hoped for the New York Yankees. The 0-1 That is inside. 1-1 now to Giancarlo, who is 0 for 3. Nice catch there by, and the fan that caught it was a Royals fan. That's great. Spence sets here on the 1-1. The pitch. And Big G hits a grounder, stopped by Bobby Witt Jr., makes the throw to first, and gets Giancarlo Stanton out for the final out of the inning. But the Yankees add 3 more on an RBI single from Ahmed Rosario and the second home run of the day from Cody Bellinger. The Yankees are up 10-0 in today's game, and the top of the 7th will be coming up. I would think we would see Will Warren. He's at 74 pitches. I don't see why not. Looks like someone predicted 10 runs for the Yankees. Did you predict 10 runs, Katie? I'm trying to remember. Nice to have a game where we score 8 runs where Judge don't hit. You know, that's the idea, right? Like Judge can't be the only guy that's hitting, right? Everybody else needs to, pull their own weight too. So it can't just be Judge. But I appreciate you all being here on this Saturday afternoon. Make sure you all hit the like button, please. Hit that subscribe button. Keep sharing this channel out, and hit the heart emojis down there at the bottom. It does really help out with the live stream too. So it just helps with the YouTube algorithms. So I would appreciate that. But the top of the 7th will be coming up. Pasquantino, Caglione, and Carter Jensen will be due up. It's a team sport, not a super. Right? Yeah, can't just rely on one guy. You gotta be able to rely on all the guys on the team. They all got to contribute. All right, we should be heading back to the game. What's up, Beagle? Ryan McMahon takes over at third base, and Ahmed Rosario takes over at right field. So a little bit of changes there defensively for the Yankees as Pasquantino takes ball 1. He is 0 for 2 in today's game. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. So Will Warren so far has 10 strikeouts in 6 innings, only gave up 3 hits, no walks, no runs. The 1-1, and Pasquantino hits that ball to right field. Rosario's running after it and comes in, makes the catch for out number 1, and that's going to bring Jack Caglione now to the plate. Caglione is 0 for 2. First pitch is hit into center field, and that's going to drop for a single. Caglione thought about running to second, but Bellinger said not so fast, and that's going to bring Carter Jensen now to the plate. So that is the 4th hit given up by Will Warren today. And here is Carter Jensen, who's 1 for 2. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. Carter Jensen, 1 for 2 in today's game. So runner on first, 1 out, top of the 7th. The Yankees leading 10-0. The 0-1 is low for ball 1. Count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. As Warren sets here on the 1-1. The pitch is in there for strike two. Got him with the sweeper. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Does Warren get his 11th strikeout of the game? Warren sets the 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jensen. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first. Yankees leading 10-0 here in the top of the 7th. And the 2-2 from Warren is low for ball 3. The count is now full. Warren at 83 pitches. The payoff is foul back. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jensen. And another payoff pitch coming up. And here it is. Another foul ball. So Jensen battling here against Warren. Warren looking for his 11th strikeout of the game. Pitch count right now at 85 for Warren. Another payoff. And Jensen hits that ball to right field. Rosario's looking up, looking back, and that ball is gone. It's a 2-run home run for Carter Jensen, and the Royals are on the board. Now it's a 10-2 game. So these are the first 2 runs Warren's given up all game. So he's at 86 pitches. I don't know if the Yankees had anybody warming up in the bullpen or not. But I'm sure Boone would like to leave him in there so he can finish the 7th. And Massey hits one to right field and goes to the stands. So 0-1 to Massey. Got a couple of guys warming up in the bullpen. Looks like Blackburn and Chevy. The 0-1. There's a grounder. Hit to Rice. He'll take it himself. Steps on the bag for out number 2. And that's going to bring Isaac Collins now to the plate. So 2 outs. So Warren at 88 pitches. He's facing Isaac Collins. This might be the final batter he faces. And first pitch is a foul ball, 0-1. Collins has struck out twice tonight. As Warren sets here on the 0-1, the pitch. In there for strike 2. Time to play that 2. See if Warren gets 11. It is 0-2 to Will Warren, or to Collins. Here's the 0-2 from Warren. He's upstairs 1-2. The 1-2. Foul ball. Collins staying alive. Warren trying to get the final out here. Sets on another 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. What an outing by Will Warren. That is his 11th strikeout of the game. And just like that, folks, we are going to the bottom of the 7th. And you know what that means. It is the 7th inning stretch. So get up, get some food, get a snack, get some water, get a drink, come right back. All right. Do some stretching. Go ahead and get a break, folks. I'll be right back. I'll leave you all with some tunes. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will be right back. All right, folks, we are back. The bottom of the 7th is about to begin. Rice, Great Truck, and Jazz will be due up once the game resumes. So Ben Rice will be at the plate. So here is Ben Rice, who's 1 for 3 in today's game. First pitch from Spence is a ball, 1-0. Spence sets here on the 1-0. Pitch to Rice. All 2-0. And the 2-0. 3-0 now to Ben Rice. Three balls, no strikes to Ben Rice. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. 3-1. Three balls, one strike to Ben Rice as Spence sets here on the 3-1. Here's the pitch. And it's a walk to Ben Rice.
Now walk it out. 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 Now walk it out.
That's going to bring Randall Grichuk to the plate. So Grichuk is 1 for 3 in today's game. Oh, it's Grichuk. I kept calling him Grichuk. It's Grichuk. But he takes strike one, Grichuk. Thank you, Healing Men's Hearts. The 0-1. Ball 1. 1-1. One ball, one strike here to Grichuk. Rice is at first with nobody out. Spence sets here on the 1-1. The pitch. Grounded foul, 1-2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Grichuk. And there's a grounder. Let's see if they turn 2. They get Rice out at first, but Grichuk is going to be safe at first. And that's going to bring Jazz Chisholm Jr. So they get the force out at second. So Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Talking
now.
all that jazz.
Yeah, I got to watch it with some of the music and the sound effects, and I got to keep it to like a certain number of seconds because if I play it for too long, or they could catch me with a copyright. So I do have to be careful with that. But Jazz takes ball 1. Jazz is 0 for 3. I think he's the only guy in the team who has not had a hit. Nah, Judge hasn't had a hit either. Neither has Stanton. So, yeah, Jazz, Stanton, and Judge are the only guys that have not had a hit. It's 2-0 to Jazz Chisholm Jr. The 2-0 is 2-1. Blackburn is warming up in the bullpen. As Spence sets here on the 2-1. 3-1 now. Spence sets the 3-1. Ball 4. Another walk given up by Spence.
Now walk it out. 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 Now walk it out.
And that's going to bring Jose Caballero now to the plate. So Carlos Rodon is expected to begin his rehab assignment next week. He's expected to make 3 rehab starts. We know he's going to come back before Garrett Cole, according to what Boone said. So here is Caballero. He's 2 for 3. He takes ball 1. The 1-0. And Caballero fouls that one back. It's 1-1. Spence sets here on the 1-1, steps off. The 1-1. And Caballero hits that ball to second. Let's see if they turn 2. There's 1. And they'll get the force out at second, and that's going to bring J.C. Escada to the plate, who is 1 for 3. Much better command from Will Warren to start. Yeah, he looked fantastic out there. He looked fantastic out there tonight in today's game. Yeah, I mean, healing men's hearts. Here's the thing with Will Warren. Last year, he wasn't even supposed to be in the rotation. We got runners on first and third, and 0-1. Will Warren was like last year. Warren wasn't even supposed to be in the rotation, but given what the Yankees starting rotation went through last year with the injuries, with Garrett Cole, Clark Schmidt, Luis Hill, it opened up a lane for him. He was supposed to start the season in AAA. Maybe he would have gotten an opportunity to pitch again. He would have gotten called up. He would have been the first guy to call up should there have been an injury. But there was already injuries. 3/5 of the rotation was hurt last year, and he got a chance. So, he went out there, did the best he could. Yeah, you weren't getting, the greatest of outings from him in a lot of games, but, he is shown that he can be durable. He can be dependable. He has the potential. But, realistically speaking, this year would have probably been the year to call him up. But last year, because 3/5 of the rotation was hurt, he got the opportunity to be in the rotation. And J.C. Escada hits that ball to right field. And, the catch is not made. So that should score 2 more runs. And Escada with a big hit. And that's going to be a 2 RBI triple for J.C. Escada. It is now a 12-2 game. Let's go. That's going to Ahmed Rosario to the plate. Oh, he almost had it too. If he made that catch, wow, that would have been insane. Caglione, he almost had it. Yeah, he certainly had a chance to make that play. For some reason thought he was going to get it. I really did. But 12-2 game, Yankees are up 10 runs. Escara's first career triple, so congratulations to J.C. Escara. And Ahmed Rosario now coming to the plate. He is 2 for 4 in today's game. Rosario takes strike 1 as he fouls that pitch. It's 0-1. JC 3 bags, new nickname. As Spence sets here on the 0-1. The pitch. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on third. Yankees leading 12-2 now. The 1-1. And Rosario pops that one up in the infield. And the catch is made for out number 3. But the Yankees do put up 2 more on a 2 RBI triple by J.C. Escada. And just like that, we're going to the top of the 8th here, folks. Yeah, Yankees bats coming alive in today's game, and Will Warren pitched a great freaking game. So Lane Thomas, Kyle Isbell will be, and Michael Garcia will be due up 8-9-1 batters. I don't think Warren's going to come back out. I assume he's probably not going to. He's at 93 pitches, pitched 7 innings. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better outing from Will Warren. 7 innings, struck out 11, didn't walk any batters, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits, even picked off Bobby Witt Jr. I mean, everything you could ask for that he did. Everything that we asked for from Will Warren, he did it. I mean, Chevy. Yeah, Chevy, I mean, he needs reps. Yeah, for sure. I like Chevy, actually. He's got the potential. I mean, he's got good stuff. We saw a little bit in that Angels game. Yeah, he gave up that home run to Mike Trout, but it's Mike Trout. He's a threat to any pitcher, really. But I think Chevy still has like some things that he needs to work on. But overall, I think he's going to be fine. I think he's he'll be another reliable arm. The Yankees have a ton of arms right now. So and that's not even we haven't even talked about guys like Montero, who the Yankees acquired in the offseason, Rafael Montero. Chevy is akin to Duvall, good stuff, but is raw. Yeah, if he can, Chevy just like I said, he's got the stuff. He's got potential. It just needs to translate on the mound. I mean, that's why he's in AAA, so he can continue developing. Right. So I think he's going to be fine. Especially if he's under the tutelage of Matt Blake. Matt Blake does a really good job with these guys. I mean, not all of them pan out, but Blake does everything he possibly can. But we have Paul Blackburn in the game facing the Royals. So Warren's day is over. And Fran Healy was the name that Yankee. I don't know if anybody got the answer or not. Here's the 0-2 to Thomas, and that is right to Jazz. Makes the catch for out number 1. And Kyle Isbell now will be coming to the plate. But Will Warren did tie his career high of 11 strikeouts, so you'd love to see it. And here is Kyle Isbell. He's 0 for 2. Jay Wyatt, maybe, yeah, healing men's hearts. I don't know if it's mental, man. I think they have I think the mental is there. It's just they don't have the command. I mean, Duvall especially. Like Duvall does not have the command. He's pretty wild. He needs to maintain control. I mean, I suppose it is mental now that I'm thinking about it, because sometimes these players get in their own heads. It's 0-2 to Isbell as he calls time. The 0-2, Isbell gets a piece of it. It's a foul ball, still 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And it's a little grounder. Blackburn picks it up. He'll run it himself, steps on the bag for out number 2. And that's going to bring Michael Garcia now to the plate. So Michael Garcia 1 for 3 in today's game. First pitch is a foul ball, 0-1. As Blackburn sets the 0-1, is up the middle, right to Jazz, fields it, throws to first for out number 3. Blackburn making easy work of this. Bottom of the 8th coming up. A 1-2-3 inning for Blackburn. And the Yankees will be coming up to bat here in the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Ryan McMahon, Cody Bellinger, and Giancarlo Stanton. So McMahon taking over Judge's spot there. So let's see if the Yankees get any more runs on the board. If not, they will look to close it out in the 9th inning. So do they put Blackburn back out there? We'll see. But the game's been moving along pretty good, just a little over 2 hours. And I've been live for over 3 hours with the pregame. So appreciate you all being here. Thank you all for hanging out with me on the Saturday afternoon. Greatly appreciated. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe if you're new. Keep sharing this channel out with everyone you know. Let's continue growing this channel. Yeah, it's a fantastic day to rest the pen. Today was definitely a great day to rest the pen. The bullpen's been heavily used over the last week and a half, right? I mean, unfortunately, you weren't able to get much length from the starters. Although, Will Warren, gave you the length that we were looking for. Yeah, David Bednar for sure. Yeah, Shavi's young. He comes with controllable years, so we'll see how he develops. Well, we'll get back to the game here as Ryan McMahon will be coming to the plate. And here is Ryan McMahon. He takes ball 1. McMahon hit that 2-run home run that gave the Yankees the lead and led them to the win in last night's game. So that had been a nice feeling for Ryan McMahon. And the 1-0 to McMahon is in there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1. As Spence sets here on the 2-1. The pitch. Ball 3 now. And the 3-1 to McMahon. Ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 8th. McMahon will take first base. And that's going to bring Cody Bellinger. Bellinger 3 for 4 in today's game with a couple of homers. First pitch to Bellinger outside, ball 1, 1-0. 1-0. There's a strike. 1-1. One ball, one strike here to Cody Bellinger. The pitch is in the dirt, 2-1. So 2-1 here to Bellinger. Runner on first, nobody out. The 2-1. Ball 3, 3-1. Three balls, one strike here to Cody Bellinger. Let's see if he gets his fourth hit of the game. The 3-1. Ball 4. So back-to-back walks here.
Now walk it out. 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 Now walk it out.
And that's going to bring Giancarlo Stanton. So Giancarlo has no hit. There's a meeting on the mound right now. So Giancarlo Stanton is 0 for 4 in today's game. So runners on first and second, no outs. And the pitch to Big G is inside, ball 1. The 1-0. And Giancarlo Stanton hits that ball to left field, but it's a foul ball. Oh, he hit that one. Ooh. Hit that into the third deck. Holy smokes, man. This dude's got unbelievable power. It's 1-1 here to Giancarlo. Let's see if he gets his first hit of the game. The 1-1. Ball 2. Yeah, they're up 8 to 10 runs there, Buckeye. They don't need to leave Judge out there if they don't have to. The 2-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2-2 count here to Stanton. Runners on first and second. The pitch. And Stanton pops that one up left field. And Lane Thomas makes the catch for out number 1. And that's going to bring Ben Rice to the plate. Yeah, a lot of folks can't hit when it's cold, man. Sucks playing baseball in the cold. But here is Ben Rice, who's 1 for 3. First pitch, ball 1. Spence sets here on the 1-0. The pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is outside ball 2. Well, one of them was a triple there, Rodney. The other one, he got to third base, but it was ruled an error. So I guess technically it's 2 triples, but yeah, who would have thought? But 2-2 to Ben Rice. Hey, I'm just saying. All right, Rodney. Don't shoot the messenger. The 2-2. Another foul ball. Still 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Yankees have a 12-2 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. The 2-2. Rice takes ball 3. It's a full count. And the payoff. And it's ball 4. The bases are loaded.
Now walk it out. 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 Now walk it out.
For Randall Grichuk, who's 1 for 4. He had a double in the third and scored a run. And first pitch is in there for strike 1. And the 0-1. And Grichuk fouls that one. It's 0-2 now. Yeah, don't you feel like you're at a baseball game there, Rodney? Do you have your snacks on you? And the 0-2, and Grichuk hits that high fly ball to right field. And McMahon, that is the final out. Or no, that is the second out. And McMahon will tag up. So that's a sac fly for Grichuk. It's now a 3-2 game. Or 13-2 game. Ronnie says no. And that's going to bring Jazz Chisholm Jr. to the plate now.
Talking all that jazz.
So Jazz still looking for his first hit. Of the game, that is. So first pitch. 1-0. You do, huh? Here's the 1-0. That is a strike to Jazz Chisholm Jr. The 1-1. Foul ball, 1-2. The 1-2 is in the dirt, 2-2. I appreciate it, healing men's hearts. I'm happy to do it, man. I have a lot of fun doing these play-by-plays too. So as Jazz calls time, so 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on first and third. Yankees have a 13-2 lead. Let's see if they can add some more runs before going to the top of the ninth. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Jazz strikes out. Womp womp. The Yankees have a 13-2 lead going to the top of the ninth. So I'd imagine they'll probably leave Paul Blackburn in there. I don't see why not. Yeah, Rodney. I mean, he's going to have to break out of it at some point. Jose Sanchez says he loves the sounds. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, just try to make it a little bit more lively so it's not like super quiet in here. Jazz being Jazz. Yeah, at the moment. Yeah, 0 for 4. Come on, dude. I mean, his batting average right now for Jazz at the moment, he's 164. McMahon's at 140. So he's 24 points ahead of Ryan McMahon. So McMahon's batting average has gone up a little bit. I know a lot of folks were, have been critical of Ryan McMahon, myself included, right? Nick Alone says, love the organ music. Nice. So, yes, McMahon is not hitting well, right? We know that McMahon isn't hitting well, but remember when last year a lot of Yankees fans were asking Cashman to trade for Ke'Bryan Hayes? I definitely was not on that train, but folks were asking for Ke'Bryan Hayes. Ke'Bryan Hayes' batting average right now is below 100. Just to let everybody know. And I'm just saying, if this guy was a New York Yankee, can you imagine a lot of the things that would have been said? So Ke'Bryan Hayes' batting average right now is .064. Let me know what you all think about that. So Tyler Tolbert is going to be pinch hitting here in the top of the ninth for Bobby Witt Jr. And the first pitch to him is a foul ball, 0-1. So 0-1 here to Tolbert. The 0-1 is it through for a base hit, so that's going to be a single for Tolbert. And that's going to bring Vinny Pasquantino to the plate. Yeah, I definitely did not want Ke'Bryan Hayes. I honestly didn't want Ryan McMahon either. I mean, the only reason why I was, in favor of Ryan McMahon is because he was an upgrade over third base defensively compared to what they had before. Third base was a problem defensively. I mean, hitting wise, yeah, there's a problem, but I like McMahon's defense at third. He does have a solid glove. He's an elite glove at third, and he was definitely better than what the Yankees had prior. But yeah, I definitely was not one. I mean, definitely not one of those guys that wanted Ke'Bryan Hayes. But if Hayes was on this team, the fan base would be ripping Brian Cashman apart right now, and just bashing him for not solving third base and how they traded this for this guy. And then why don't they bring up Lombard Jr.? You know what I mean? Or why didn't they sign this guy? So as Pasquantino hits that ball to right field, fly ball, Ahmed Rosario makes the catch, out number 1. That's going to bring Jack Caglione to the plate. Yankees are 2 outs away from winning the series. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really I was definitely not on the Ke'Bryan Hayes trade. I wasn't. I was just I don't know, what is the appeal with this guy? Like, I would have liked Eugenio Suarez, but Suarez was strictly a rental. Swing and a miss there by Caglione. Got him with the curveball, 0-1. Yeah, it's stuck with him for another year, but at least it's not 3 or 4. It is 1-1 now to Caglione. But it'll be interesting to see what the Yankees do in the future with their infield, especially with, George Lombard Jr. coming up. And there's a ground ball there by Caglione. And Rice will take it himself, steps on the bag for the second out. Tolbert will move over to second on the ground out. And that's going to bring Carter Jensen. The Yankees are down to their final out. And when they get this out, they win the series. Suarez fell off after the deadline. Yeah, he did. But he would have been, at the time, he was my first choice. But then, again, I'm sure the Diamondbacks were asking for a lot for him, and I wasn't willing to give up a lot for a rental. That's why I didn't mind them going after Ryan McMahon, because again, the third base defensively was just terrible. And here's Carter Jensen. He's 2 for 3. Got the Royals on the board with a 2-run homer. The 1-0, 2-0. But yeah, like I was saying, with George Lombard Jr. coming up, you got Dax Kilby too, who's moved up in the ranks fast. So he's a good talent. They got Keaton Kent. He's another guy that the Yankees have, who's Jeff Kent's son. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the Yankees do with these guys. But we know Lombard Jr. is the next man up in the future. The 3-0 is in there for a strike, 3-1 now to Jensen. Seattle paid a ransom for him. I mean, yeah, I wasn't willing to give up a lot for a rental. No way, man. The 3-1 is fouled back, 3-2. Time to play that 2-strike horn. 2 strikes, 2 out. Top of the ninth. Yankees looking for a series win here. As Blackburn sets, fans are on their feet. Here's the payoff. And it's ball 4. Runners on first and second now with Michael Massey coming to the plate. Thanks there, Jay Wyatt. Yeah, I know he still has a few years there, Brad, but like I said, he's moved up in the ranks fairly quickly. But he's another guy that, he might be on his way sooner than you think. As Massey takes ball 1, it's 1-0. The 1-0. And Massey hits that ball to right field. Rosario's running after it. Oh, and it goes over his head. And that's probably going to score a couple of runs. So Tolbert will score. Jensen will score. So it's now a 13-4 game. So Massey with a couple of RBIs here in the top of the ninth. Yeah, I mean, hard hit ball just went over the head of Rosario. So inning is still alive. It's now a 13-4 game. Runner on second. Here's Isaac Collins, who struck out 3 times. Yeah, let's hope the bats are not cold tomorrow. There, Brad. I'd love for the Yankees to get a sweep. I'm happy with a series win, but a sweep would even be better. There's strike 1, 1-1 now to Collins. A homegrown infield, Rice at first, Volpe at second, Lombard Jr. at short, Kilby at third. I don't think Kilby can play third though. Kilby, and that is popped up, foul territory, 1-2. Time to play that 2-strike horn. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yankees 4. Yeah, Kilby. I think Kilby would be better off playing second base. The 1-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kilby can play short, but I think he'd be better at playing second. Keaton Kent, though, he's a guy to watch out for. Jeff Kent's son, he's a guy to watch out for. The 2-2, ball 3. Can we just wrap this game up already? My goodness. Someone's getting traded then? I mean, I don't see Kilby getting traded unless they're getting something great back. And the payoff is fouled. I don't know that Volpe's future. Now, I still think he'll probably get his job back when he's back to action. But I don't think his future is as secure as we think, especially with some of the guys coming up behind him. Swing and a miss, and the ball game is over. And the Yankees win. 4-4. A great performance by Will Warren. To me, he's the player of the game. He should get the belt that they do after each game. So he's definitely the player of the game. He's the champ for sure. So Will Warren, got to talk about him. He went 11 strikeouts, no walks, only gave up 2 runs and 5 hits. You know, the bats were just on fire. Rosario with 3 RBIs today, had a 2-run home run. Bellinger with a few RBIs. He had 2 home runs. Ben Rice with a homer, right? Bellinger has had 5 RBIs in today's game. Ascara with 3. Grichuk with 1 on the sac fly. Rice with the solo homer. Rosario with 3. The Yankees were 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position. They left 6 men on base. Warren also had a pickoff. Picked off Bobby Witt Jr. But what an incredible game. This was a great game. The Yankees absolutely needed to win this game to get the series win, because again, their last series win was 2 weeks ago against the Marlins, and since then they haven't been able to win a series. But the Yankees do win the series today with a win today against the Kansas City Royals. Let's see if they could go for the sweep. Ryan Weathers is going to be pitching tomorrow. It's going to be a lefty versus lefty matchup. So, we'll see how things pan out. Volpe will transition to second base. Yeah, I mean, at some point he will, but and I think that would be the right call for him. But my question is, I want his bat needs to improve. You could move him to second base. That's fine. It might do him better, but how does that improve his bat? That's what I want to know. But either way, I mean, today's story, though, the Yankees win. And let me check that poll real quick. And it looks like there was 58 votes, and 83% of you said that the Yankees got this. You said that they were going to secure the series win, and sure enough, they did. So good job to the New York Yankees. Will Warren gets his second win of the season. His ERA right now sitting at 2.49, so great job to him. Cameron is the losing pitcher. But the Yankees bats went to work today. So good job to the team. Oh, Lombard, I think absolutely needs to go to shortstop. He could play third, but I want him at short. But yeah, but we'll see what happens. I mean, that's down the line. But right now, we'll worry about that when that happens. We'll worry about that when all that stuff comes into play. But the Yankees win. Hopefully, you all are happy. Hopefully, you all are celebrating. But that is going to do it for me, folks. I appreciate you all hanging out with me on this Tuesday afternoon. So thank you all for, or Tuesday afternoon, Saturday afternoon. I'm getting my days mixed up. Saturday afternoon. So thank you all for hanging out. Watch me do the play-by-play. This was a great game to call. Thank you, Healing Men's Hearts. So till next time. All right, we'll call another game. So I will not be live tomorrow for tomorrow's game, but I should be back on that Tuesday when the Yankees play the Boston Red Sox. So I'm certainly looking forward to that series. But thank you all very much for hanging out with me. Once again, make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Keep sharing this channel out with everybody you know. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. Let's get to that 3,000 subscriber number. As promised, once we hit 3,000, I'm going to do 3 gift card giveaways to Fanatics. So I hopefully let's get there sooner rather than later. But see you all next time. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And as always, let's go Yankees.